People always say that aging is a privilege, and yeah, it is. But if I can age better, I'm going to. It's not like I'm fighting with time. I'm just negotiating with it. And I think I'm winning. So this is a story about how I met my plastic surgeon over dinner and ended up making the best decision I've ever made in my life. Well, other than Oliver, my facelift. Hey everybody, welcome back to Still Can't Cook. You might notice something a little bit different, and that is because we've been talking about it all year and all season, and I finally did it. I got my facelift. So here we go. Here she is. So don't worry, it's a new face, but it's the same me. Only a little bit better, to be honest. I'm feeling pretty fantastic. I'm still a little swollen. Of course, I feel different, and I'm a little bit more frightening to my exes, thank God. But it's still me. I'm still here. Not that much has changed, but at the same time, so much has changed. Because if you don't see what you feel, and there's a conflict between how you feel in life and what you look like in life, for me, it was challenging. And so I made the decision. I finally did it. I'm super happy. And it's still new. Every day it's a little bit better. Every day there's another new thing. I'm starting to feel my ears, it was a very big choice, and I'm so happy that I did it. And I can't believe that I manifested the most incredible surgeon. Dr. Anthony Berlet is just a dream. The way in which it happened is just so amazing, and you have to really trust the universe to deliver everything you need when you need it. Because I really wanted this for so long. I've talked about it. I've dreamt about it. And it's unbelievable that it actually happened. And I know it doesn't change who I am as a human being. My soul is still the same, but my God, it's a little happier. It's a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like my face is dancing. So a few weeks ago, I shared that I randomly met Dr. Anthony Berlet. I was out with a girlfriend. We went for dinner, and we're talking about, I can't remember exactly. I think I was talking about plastic surgery, to be honest. And this gentleman sitting next to us, hi, how are you? We start chatting, and it turns out he's a plastic surgeon. He literally, without kidding, told her what she needed with 2 minutes of talking to her, looked at me, said, you need this, 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 and this. And I was like, okay, nice to meet you. Exchange cards. Thank you so much. Call it a day. When it happens, you got to grab it. So the next day, I went into FBI mode. I made all the phone calls, got online, Googled his name, called people, and anyone who knows anything about plastic surgery said, if you're going to get your facelift in New York City, Dr. Berlet is the doctor to go to. And I can't even believe, I have done some things in my life. I promise, I say it all the time, what I manifest, but this was genius. So one random dinner can change your entire life, and that's what happened. It might not seem like a life-changing decision to a lot of people, or it might seem more than extreme to some people, which it did to my family. But when you make these choices for yourself, whatever those choices are going to be, these little moments can change the story for the rest of your life. Like these little decisions that we make. Gene Wilder wrote a book, and in his book, he said his life story. He would walk out of his house, and every day there was a fountain in front of his house, and he would really make a decision on which side of the fountain he would take, because he believed that whichever decision he made would change not only the course of his life, but the course of someone's life that he met along the way. The butterfly effect, I guess. So what decisions aren't you making, or what are you holding yourself back? What dinners are you not going on? What nights are you staying home and missing opportunities? It sounds so silly, but I've spent so many nights sitting on my couch thinking, should I go out for a drink? Should I meet my friends? No, I'm just gonna, all this hesitation, I don't really feel like it, putting things off. Carpe diem is for real. It's a fact. Grab it, do it now, because you never know the moments that are gonna come up that change everything. A random drink at a random bar, and I met the greatest surgeon in the world. It's not just about him as a surgeon, which of course you guys can tell me what you think, please. I feel really, really happy about it. A big compliment that I just got was my best friend, who's known me since I'm a child, said, it's not that you look different, you just look like you look when you were my roommate, which makes me in my 20s, and I will take that. But I'm not being crazy. I said it before, I just look like an older woman with a rusted face now. Point is, when there are things that inspire us, like moments that we want to do things and we hesitate, like what are we hesitating? Because you could miss something that's life-changing. I can't stress it enough. If you have this little inner push to go to dinner, to go meet your friends, to go out to the park by yourself, to go do something, I think inspiration starts inside, but the execution of like literally moving out of your comfort zone, magic can happen. And I think that that's silly, but that's what I did that night. I didn't want to go out for a drink. I don't even typically go to the place that we ended up going to. But that night specifically, my life changed. And I promise you, it has inspired me to make more decisions like that. I'm going to go walk to the park. I did it yesterday afternoon. I went to the park. It sounds so silly, but it's not, because it's so much easier to order in or to watch the television, especially if you're by yourself. I'm single, as we all know. If you don't know, welcome. I am single, even with my new face, and you can change that. Give us a call, write in. But no, seriously, but being single makes, for me at least, I'm like, oh, if I don't have someone to do it with, right, am I going to do it by myself? Life has a really funny way of handing you moments like that, but you just have to be conscious enough to be open to them. One night, one dinner, one conversation, and all of a sudden, your world looks a little brighter, your confidence a little higher, and your next step is a little clearer. Moral of the story is never skip dinner, because you never know when your salad's going to come with a side of destiny. So back to the facelift. I really wanted a doctor with an unmatched reputation, because it's not just a surgery. This is your actual face. Now, getting on Dr. Berlet's schedule, that was my real accomplishment, because he is that in demand. He's not a doctor chasing patients, it's patients chasing him. So I always say you should never chase a man, but there are always exceptions to the rule. Like the guy who can make your coffee, knows what wine you drink. Like the guy who can change your light bulb, the guy who can take out the trash, the guy who can make the 3-course dinner and still clean up after himself. There's an exception to every rule, clearly. Dr. Berlet is the exception to the rule. Typically, the wait time to get in to see Dr. Berlet is about 4 weeks. Trust me, it is worth it. So when the phone rang and I got the phone call and I made the appointment and they fit me in, it was like, this is what it feels like to be chosen. I asked the universe to send me a man who was going to change my life, and they sent me a surgeon. She sent me a surgeon. Ha! The universe is a woman in my story. I've never had a man listen so closely about what I wanted him to change and actually get it right. Finally, a man who saw my potential and actually followed through. So I mentioned on the podcast recently how I wanted to feel like myself again, and just things weren't making sense to me. As I was getting older, working out more, drinking more water, sleeping better, less stress in my life, my body was coming together and my face just was getting older and it just didn't feel right. And then the smarter I'm getting, I feel like I should just look better. I just didn't feel like things were aligning. And I talked about it, and it wasn't like I was in some sad space, but I just didn't feel like the best version of me. And I do now, and I know it's still not finished. Again, this is very soon after. I'm just a magic healer with a magic doctor. But it's important. It was important for me that everything makes sense. And now I feel like I've got all the things I want. I feel good. I feel like my face matches my mood, matches my hair looks better. I have clothes that I wouldn't wear. This is serious. I have shirts that I wouldn't put on, and this is so stupid, and I don't know why. But you know how things just sit different. They hit you in spaces. And when you have these one things that you're focusing on, I had things I didn't like about my face, and I would put a shirt on and I'd be like, no, it completely points out that point in my neck that I don't like. My neck was a big issue. My neck is a brand new neck now. It's the new old neck or the old new neck. Whatever it is, it's new and old at the same time. But I have a shirt, it's a V-neck black shirt. I'm like, oh, I can't wear this. I look too old. I put that shirt on and I'm like, I'm adorable in this shirt. And it's not even about that. I'm happier. I feel better about me, and that's hugely important. It doesn't have to be surgery. It's like, what are these little things we can do for ourselves, these tiny moments? Maybe it is get more rest. Maybe it is drink more water. Maybe it's spend time with your friends, hang out with your dog, go to the park. I did take that walk to the park. It seems like a big deal. To me, it was a big deal. Like, what is it? What are these little things that we need to do for ourselves to feel better? I made a major decision. I made a major decision, and I didn't go into it lightly. I was very nervous leading up to it. I knew it was a big decision. I just knew I was in the right hands, and I felt very comfortable with him. So the day of my pre-op, I called in a good friend to come with me. And I got to tell you, the mixed emotions on the way to get to the office and to sit with the doctor and go through what the actual clinical stuff was that he was going to do to my face, I was nervous. I was definitely a mix of, wow, what an incredible accomplishment that this is happening for me. I couldn't be luckier. And also, oh my God, holy cow, I'm old enough for a facelift. Like, we have to sit in that moment. Old enough for a facelift. Actually going to get this. Am I going to be able to turn back if I get there and decide I don't want to do this? And still so excited that this is actually a possibility. We get to the office. Couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been smoother. The ladies were amazing. Most of the women that worked there have had work done. And they talk about it, so I'm not giving any secrets away. And they've all had it done by him. And so I'm like, incredible. The woman who did my pre-op had just had surgery literally a week prior, full facelift, and was doing my paperwork. And I'm just staring at her face like, is that a stitch? Oh my God. And she's like, yeah, you just can't turn your neck like this, and you can't turn, and now I know what she's talking about. But this doctor's work was just, it was beyond, it was crazy. It was crazy. I have never seen, I guess, a facelift up close and personal so soon afterwards, and it was not what I had expected. And it eased me. And my friend came and took all the notes, because you know what happens. If you're doing anything important, or if you're like me, I forgot everything. I would have forgotten the time and the day of my surgery had she not been there. So bullet points, this is what time it is, this is what the hospital is, this is what, right down to like packing what underwear I need to take. I did spend the night. You want to spend the night close to the doctor, the night of surgery, whatever. The night of surgery, yes. But yeah, I took all the notes, and I got the opportunity to kind of sit and hear what my options were. And then it just started to feel real, and I was super excited. But I was at the same time, like, I knew up until the last moment, literally, that I could at any moment decide I didn't want to do it. And the best part is he knew it too. And I don't know, I'm sure I probably will ask him if anyone's ever backed out or decided no afterwards. But I feel like once you're there, and you see people who, prior, as I had mentioned earlier, I did the research, and I did speak to people who had their work done by him, and I saw the befores and afters, not edited online, but real women with real results. So I knew what I was getting into. But still, when you had like a human being in front of me, it was like, wow, this is incredible. I won Lotto. This is what it feels like to be chosen and to win Lotto. I can honestly say that walking into Dr. Berlet's office felt like I was walking into a new chapter. Not because I wanted to feel different, because I just wanted to feel more me. I will be honest. I used to think about plastic surgery like the old plastic surgery, like the Joan Rivers and the Cat Lady plastic surgery, like everybody with their face pulled back, fake lips, everyone looking the same. You guys know what I'm talking about. He's the kind of doctor who says no more than he says yes to patients who want him to do things that don't look natural. I had a friend who actually asked for filler, and he said, no, you don't need it. And I was like, did you just say no? First of all, I just tried to turn again. Remember, I gotta go like this. Did you just say no? And he's like, she doesn't need it. So that's how you know you're in the right hands. From the first moment, from the first appointment, there was no hard sell. There was no pushing anything on me. There was no extras. It was not like, oh, you know what else you should do? Dr. Berlet just made me feel like I was in the right place, making the right decisions. He wasn't doing anything that wasn't gonna look natural. It was the easiest, I felt, safest space I could be in for such a major decision. I mean, it is my face. It's my face. Remember I called my belly button? If you don't, you should look back. I called your belly button the nose of your body. This is the face of my face. I was like, we're going to change it. You're going to be the dude that's changing it, because this is, it felt right. It's like the universe aligned correctly and everything was perfect. And I'm really psyched. All doctors should have integrity, but I think a plastic surgeon who turns down people coming to do operations that are not going to look natural is like the definition of integrity. He says no. Like, I'm not going to do something that's going to make you look unnatural. I learned so much through this entire course of this plastic surgery event. And one of the biggest things is that there's not one size fits all type of facelifts. Dr. Berlet makes sure that the person who goes in there that's 60 doesn't have the same exact facelift as someone who goes in at 50. He kind of knows the skin. He does like individual, it's like he's an artist, man. I don't know how to explain it. Everybody's face is different, and he does a unique job for every single person. As I said, I saw the before and afters, living people in front of my face. It's not a one-stop shop. It's not like one thing works for everybody. He really individualizes what he's doing for you, for your face, for your specific skin tone and structure. He's an artist. I can't say anything better. He's amazing. When your plastic surgery is done to your skin, your bone structure, your face, and it naturally fits you and not just somebody else's idea of perfection, that's when it's done. I'm not a supermodel. I feel great about me though. I don't need to be, I said before, I didn't need to walk in the room looking like a kid. I just want to look like a better version of me. So at that point, sitting in that office, at that moment, all of my fears left. Well, no, the fears of surgery was still there, but I was committed. I was all in. This was the doctor. This was the right choice, and this was going to happen. Then it was just about, let's set the date and make sure I show up and don't collapse on my way there. But it's when I decided that I was in the right place. I knew that he knew what he was doing. So everything should be individualized. Everything should be tailored to your face, your skin, your features. And that's what he did. And when I was there in the middle of this meeting, like, here I am sitting in the doctor's office, I'm doing it. I'm walking into the facelift era. Here it comes. I'm in. Bring on the facelift era. There are a lot of people who still have the concept of the facelift, like the old facelift, the one you pull your face back, cut the skin, have it be done, finished. That's not what I got. The procedure that I had done was a deep plane facelift and neck, upper and lower blephs, and a lip lift. So then it happened. The day of the procedure came. It was the day of my surgery. I was super excited. I was so scared, but really very pumped up about it. It's I don't know how to explain it. I was kind of heightened anxiety, but at the same time, like, so excited to finally be getting this over with because I knew I wanted it, and this is it. It's happening. We're doing this. I made a commitment. I was knocked out for the surgery, clearly. You don't always have to be knocked out, but I chose to be put under. But before I was put under, the Dr. Berlet came in, welcomed me, asked me if I had any questions. He's got such a soothing bedside manner. My girlfriend was there, told her what to expect. And apparently, I was awake moving into the operating room, and he said I was very funny. Shocking. I do not remember that, because whatever they gave me to calm me down so much that I don't have any memory. What I do remember was just waking up. Prior to going in, though, those few minutes before they give you the little anesthesia, or the calming thing before the anesthesia, it was probably one of the most exciting moments of my life to date. I haven't been married. I didn't do that walk down the aisle thing. I didn't do the boom, 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 and that's what it felt like. I don't even know what the wedding tune is, or if I can sing it, or, the wedding song. That's what it felt like for me. Like, this is something I am doing. I'm doing this. I did it alone with a girlfriend. No disrespect to the friend who was with me. This was about me, though. For me, about me. And I couldn't have been happier. I could cry now with my new eyes, but I don't want to mess up my, I don't have any makeup on. I was going to say my makeup. I don't want to mess up my new eye ducts. But yeah, it was so, I felt so empowered to be making this decision and doing it. And I couldn't have done it with a better doctor. So the morning of, that happens. We're there. Surgery happens. I don't quite remember it. I don't remember going into the operating room at all. I do remember waking up, and I have to say, the fear of pain, when I opened my eyes, I'm not kidding, and I know I was still on whatever they gave me, but painless. It was painless. I've had hand surgery and appendicitis surgery, and I woke up, and again, I said women had told me it was uncomfortable, and I'm like, yeah, I think it's going to be uncomfortable. He's taking my face off, but you wake up, and anyone who's had surgery, plastic surgery or facelift will tell you. If you haven't, you can look it up. They wrap your entire face. And Dr. Berlet was so kind. He kept saying to me, a lot of times, a lot of the women who have facelifts, when they wake up, what their issue is with this wrapping. Women don't like the wrapping around their heads. And he said that could be, that he kind of gave me the preamp, like, that could be something. I'm going to give you the heads up. That is what you're going to wake up with. Your head is going to be wrapped. And he said sometimes that could be uncomfortable, or you can't hear. Apparently that's some people's biggest issues with it. Imagine going into surgery and the thing that's the worst part of it is the wrapping. It's like, he's not wrong. But for me, I woke up and I felt like it was hugging my face. I loved my wrapping. I was so about the wrapping. I felt cozy. And it was funny because he said to me, he came in, we talked after surgery, they gave me apple juice. But what I did say when I woke up, the nurses came in and they're, how are you? And I'm like, I'm great, but why is my head wrapped? And the nurse was like, and I said, I was here for vaginal rejuvenation. I can't laugh too much, but I did say that. I was funny even after surgery. Can't laugh too hard though, because I'm still healing. But yeah, I was wrapped. I was swollen. There was no pain. There was discomfort, like as you could imagine, just kind of being stuck in a position with bandages, but zero pain. And the healing process was, baby steps. Clearly things are still healing. I have the bruises, I have some swelling. So the day after surgery is the removal of the wrapping. And again, as Dr. Berlet had said, most women are super excited and they want the wrapping off. And for me, I was like, it was a cozy blanket. I was like, I don't need to take this off. He's like, no, you actually do have to take this off. So once the wrapping was off, yeah, it was like I did it. I don't know how to explain it. It was such an invigorating moment. Like I looked crazy. I had big swollen eyes. My lips were swollen. Everything was, he even said, I've not seen someone look so different. He's like, I know swelling's going to go away. He said, but you look like a different person swollen. It's actually very funny. And then I saw myself and he wasn't wrong. When facelifts are done right, you shouldn't look like you have a facelift. You should look like you've had a great sleep, you're drinking a lot of water, and you have no stress in your life. Maybe you've never been in the sun. But it shouldn't look like you've had a major thing done. You don't want to look like you've had a facelift. I didn't want to look like I had a facelift. And I went to a doctor who made sure I didn't look like I had a facelift. There are bad facelifts. But I think that the whole concept for me, what I wanted, I got. I wanted to just look like a well-rested me, a less stressed out version of the 54-year-old. And I think that that is, as I'm healing, clearly what I'm getting. I just look more awake. I look like I slept better and that I'm not having any stress. I'm not sleeping any better and I still have stress. It's just a perfect facelift. When the world notices how good you look and they're just complimenting you and they don't know what's different, that's when you know you have the perfect plastic surgeon. I have people saying, did you change your hair? I go out with glasses. These are covered up most of the time. But other than that, there's no way of seeing that there's anything else going on with me. So a lot of people are complimenting me just for looking fresh and new. Someone asked me if I had my eye color changed, which is very funny. A very close friend was like, did he change the color of your eye? I'm like, no, he lifted the lids that were covering the shade of my eyes. My eyes are no different. You just can see them now because I'm not hidden behind flaps of old lady skin. I look back at the pictures, you'll see. I mean, I'm cute now, but I was cute. I'm not going to make fun of myself, but yeah, when it's done right, you should look like you're well rested and that you're just taking better care of yourself. And I am doing both things. I'm still doing a little bit of Kelley on the side, but I'm sleeping well and I'm drinking a lot of water. I might be bruised in some places, but still I look like I slept for 12 hours. I drank all the water, never had a day of stress in my life. I might be mid-recovery, sure, but honey, this face is giving rested, thriving, and don't even try me vibes. This face is giving fountain of youth and I didn't have to date a 25-year-old to get it. This face is saying, I'm back, baby. Well, almost back. Let me tell you, recovery is a wild ride. So first you're just high as a kite. You don't know what's happening. Your head is stapled and your eyes are swollen and everything. Again, not lying, zero pain, but everything that has been cut or pinned or sewn up, you have on your face. It's like it's your face. It is your whole face. And coming home, trying to get comfortable in bed, figuring a way of like sleeping. You sleep a lot. When you're recovering, your body tells you what you need and you should really listen to it. So I spent a lot of time sleeping, spent a lot of time on the couch. You have your aftercare, you have to clean the shower. When you have your facelift, right? If you don't know, they basically cut around your entire face and that causes blood. So you don't realize what's happening, but my hair, I was kind of, I guess, high and thought that my hair was slicked back, like that they had done my hair. But I had like a side ponytail, like the 1970s, 50s, 1950s, like a side pony. Maybe it was 70s, I don't know what year it was, but it was a side pony in any case. But I had no idea that what was holding all my hair back was my actual blood. So the first shower was very interesting. The funny thing is, though, is that you are quickly able to recover, quicker than I expected to be able to do these things that you naturally want to do as a woman. Like, God, I wanted the blood out of my hair. I wanted to shower. So literally the second day after I was home, surgery one day, home the next day, and the following day, so it was 2 days after surgery, I was able to shower, face away from the shower, water to the back. But just the feeling of cleaning myself and the blood coming out of my hair. And I could feel the stitches myself, of course. I just kind of felt around my face and felt you get staples and stitches. And it was kind of a trip, but not for 1 second, not even while I was swollen and bruised and looking crazy, did I regret it. Not 1 second. And every little day as things progress, it gets a little better every day. The bruises are still here and visible, but I ice. And I have to put the arnica on. I do the things, you're supposed to massage my eyes every hour. You have to push in. There are tiny little things that you have to do. So worth every second of it. But I just see myself, I catch myself in the mirror. And, there were some awkward moments where one side was swollen and the other side wasn't, or the feeling coming back in your face is very strange, because every now and then there's like a little tingle. There's like a little part that you didn't feel before and you feel again. Your ears, feeling your earlobes. But everything just comes back naturally. It's like little baby steps, I guess. Your face kind of naturally heals. Your body does what it's supposed to do. You rest when you need to rest. It sounds funny, but I'm wanting food that I didn't want before. I'm actually feeling healthier mentally, and I want to put better things in my body because I like the way I look. It's all together. It's this whole big thing going on. It's like it did something mentally for me that really kind of sparked me to be like, this is it. I'm going to kill it this time. This is like, Kelley's going into 54, new face, new me. I'm going to kill it. And I feel great about it. And every day I see a little bit different. It's just getting better every single day. And again, 3 to 6 months, they say, before everything is completely back to where it was or heal. I mean, the swelling goes down, I guess. Maybe the bruising goes away because there's some discoloration places. But I mean, I'm wearing these bruises like a badge of honor. I'm so happy that I made this choice. And I don't care. I don't want people to necessarily look at me and know I've had surgery but I don't care if you do. I'm not ashamed of it, clearly. But I do love the idea that people are like, oh, you look great. I have neighbors who are just like, hey, wow, you look fantastic, and not know why, and it's just getting better. But the healing is slow, and you have to take care of yourself, and you got to listen to your body. There isn't any pain. The hardest thing for me was the removal of the stitches, only the ones around my eyes. My doctor was laughing at me. He's like, I've never had anybody act like he was pulling staples out of my head and I was chit-chatting. But the eyes really were painful for me, and painful. I had my face taken off, so how much pain was taken out of stitch? But I was aware of it. Nothing else bothered me. He took all the stitches out. I had some in my mouth that went away by themselves, but the rest of the ones, it was incredible. It was faster and easier and better than I ever thought it was going to be. And I took photos every day to see myself, show my friends and family. And I watched myself kind of get younger in front of my own camera. It was weird to see yourself age backwards. I'm like Benjamin Button. I literally went from 54. I just looked at the pictures of myself and I'm like, where is that face? This is fantastic. I can't believe that I waited this long, but I'm also so excited that I did it at the exact right time. I'm so happy because this face goes with this life. It makes sense. If I was going to put an outfit together, I'd pick the shoes that would go with this face. It's the right time for this face. This is the facelift era of Kelley, and I'm super stoked about it. So yeah, the healing, it is what it is. I mean, you have to be easy on yourself. You have to rest. In the beginning, it's really hard, eating is a little bit difficult. Everyone told me to get soft food, so I had soups and yogurts and, but it wasn't anything that I would not do again. I have not 1 second of regret about it. And I just think it keeps getting better, and I'm so excited. I haven't had my big night out yet. I haven't been able to put any eye makeup on. For you guys today, I put some cover up under my eyes a bit just to lessen the bruising, but I don't even care. I'm telling you, when I say I've had bruises from stupid stuff I've done to myself, but I don't care that I'm pretty proud of the choice that I made, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. Again, I don't want to look like someone who's had a facelift or botched jobs, which you see around. Sorry for you guys. You should call my doctor. But I don't mind the fact that if you know, and I think it's a pretty exciting choice that I made, and I stand behind my choices, and I feel really, really good about it. And I hope you guys, I want to hear the feedback. It's going to be positive, negative, I'm sure. But I'm super excited, and you'll see little by little as it goes down. You know, the icing, I'll still ice, I'll still do the. So yeah, it's baby steps towards recovery. But when you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, and I'm like, I am snatched. Like I haven't been snatched in a minute. That collagen is back. My face is lifted, and I feel really good about it. And the neck, I'm very happy about the neck. Yeah, so the recovery, it's worth every second of it. I would do it again in a heartbeat, like without even a doubt. I would do it again. I would do it with him. Anytime, I would make the same choice. And I'm so, so happy that I did it. If you've been putting off something that can improve your life, and I know the process could be uncomfortable, timing could be off a bit, but you should take the chance and do it. Trust me, it is really worth it. I'm clearly still swollen and bruised, but I am starting to feel like that girl again. You know, I feel her. I feel cute. I haven't felt cute. I felt, pretty. I have felt pretty. But now I feel like a cutie. I feel like, oh, you can do that. You can wear that open necks, and you can pull your hair up. I'm going out with no makeup on at all, like none at all, and I'm okay with it. I put on lipstick for you guys, but I have been like rocking lip gloss, clear lip gloss. I went out with Vaseline and sunglasses, and smiles. And I haven't put Vaseline on my lips in years and went outside. Years. I've been covering up these old-ass lips with different shades for years because you feel younger. My lips look younger. Everything looks younger. I feel younger. You know what? I don't even care if I look younger. I know I do, though. But I feel younger. I feel like I made a step. Take the step. So if you're putting something off, take the step. I promise it's worth it. It's the best decision I've ever made. Second to Oliver. Maybe first Oliver, but don't let him hear. Oliver and my facelift. Two really fantastic decisions. One is way louder than the other, though. Recovery is definitely not glamorous, and it's time consuming, and you have to commit to it, and you have to know you're going to have some downtime. But it's a step to get me back to being the better me. I just feel so much more myself than I felt in years. Like the Kelley in my head is the Kelley in the mirror again. And I know little by little it's only gonna get better. It's truly so crazy how something so physical can end up being so emotional. When I look in the mirror now, I see me, the best version of me, not different, not younger, just a better me, a little bit more alive, a little bit more of me, the best version of me. And if a little surgery helps me feel alive, why the hell not? Getting a facelift was never about me trying to be somebody else. It was about taking control and showing up as who I want to be. This whole journey was not about chasing youth. It was about showing up, finding my confidence, and taking control from myself. And now I look in the mirror and I like what I see. So people keep asking me, was it expensive? I always say you only get one face. So invest wisely. But seriously, you cannot cut corners with your health or how you take care of yourself. I'd rather invest in one incredible experience than spend years fixing regrets. I didn't just lift my face, I lifted my entire energy. And I highly recommend to anyone feeling the way I felt to do what makes you happy. Facelift aside, the lesson is simple. Invest in yourself and trust the process. So once my face is fully recovered and everything is settled where it's supposed to go, I have big plans. I'm taking more dinners out. I'm gonna go flirting at a wine bar. I'm gonna take photos with no filters. I'm gonna walk past the mirror looking at it like it owes me money. But seriously, this entire thing has reminded me it's never too late to feel brand new. Whether it's a facelift, a haircut, a vacation, or just finally doing something that's on your bucket list, you can do this too. You deserve to feel alive and confident and a little obsessed with your own reflection. And of course, a huge thank you to the man himself, Dr. Anthony Berlet, for making this journey feel empowering and exciting instead of scary. He'll actually be stopping by Still Can't Cook soon for a special episode of Cocktails with Kelley. So stay tuned because that's one you're not gonna wanna miss. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening, thank you for the love, and thank you for taking the ride through this reinvention era with me. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, share, review, give me 5 stars, make a comment, share it with your friends. I'm here every Tuesday. Give me your feedback. Tell me what you think about my new face. But be nice. Thank you for coming back to Still Can't Cook. New face, same Kelley. Thanks, guys. Bye. All right. We're on our way to Dr. Anthony Berlet's for the face review, post-op, pre-op. We're excited. Or nervous. Are you nervous? I'm a little bit nervous. And because it's a tiny mic, I feel like I have to whisper.
So the idea here with this is to get this back. So we want to get rid of this stuff. We're going to suck some of that fat out, right? Then we're going to reset the muscle, get your jawline all set. And that's going to do that. Get that. It'll bring you back. It's something to think about too. It's something called a lip lift.
Okay, so tomorrow's a surgery. Freaking out. A little bit nervous. Shelly's making dinner. Here's my old face. This will be the last time we see my original face. My original God-given mommy and daddy face. That's crazy that I just said that. It's going to be the last time you see my face. See, look. Let's look at the wrinkles. Look at my neck. Guess where I am.
Good morning, Kel.
Good morning.
How was last night?
Awful.
Eyes are a little bit sore today. Lips look a little bit less swollen.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Sunshine. I'm a little bit high on oxy. But I'm glad I did it.
I'm glad we did it. Gonna catch a few more Z's?
Just catch a few more Z's.
Okay. Till later. Peace.
See you later. Still can't cook.
Okay, I'm day 3, and I could not be happier. Not only did he make me feel like I shouldn't worry, but he just put me at such ease and did, I don't know if you can see this is 3 days in. Thank you, Dr. Berlet. It's completely life-changing. The things you need to do to keep yourself cool. I still can't figure out why I can't kiss him. All right. Snatched AF. So today is 4 days after surgery. Surgery was Monday. Today is Friday. I'm way less, well, I'm a little yellow, which isn't kind of cute, but way less swollen. Might I say dateable? I'm going to see Dr. Berlet tomorrow, where he's going to remove some of the stitches and stuff. And I am super excited. I think I look fabulous. Well, for someone who's got their ass kicked by a surgeon. He didn't really kick my ass. Starting to look more like myself. Well, my younger self, which was the whole point. I could not be happier. So it's Sunday, and I'm on my way to have my stitches and staples removed. I look like a supermodel who broke her nose. Look at this neck. Snatched. Anyway, day 6. I'm pulling up to my doctor's house. This is me with makeup. I mean, I can't put makeup on my eyes, clearly, but someone decided to do her hair today. So fancy. But the eyes get like crazy, and I have to keep putting drops in. And just in case you're wondering what 3 weeks after a full facelift looks like, here I am. Bruised, still swollen. Can't feel some of my face, but very happy. So thank you. I still can't cook, but I got a new face. Thank you, Dr. Berlet. Hey guys, thank you so much for showing up for another episode of Still Can't Cook. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your podcasts, on YouTube or any other podcast provider. And if you're on Instagram or TikTok, please follow us at Still Can't Cook. Love to have you guys back every week. So happy that you joined us and look forward to seeing you next week.